there is so much of love and regard for us. And I'm sure everybody who is in this room has benefited from her preachings. Without taking any time, I will invite Mr. Nyotia to kindly present a flower bouquet to Sister Shivani to start with. I will also request President of LSG to please present a shawl to Sister Shivani as a token of our respect to her. I now request Mr. Nyotia to please deliver his welcome address.
A very good morning, and I think it's a brilliant way to start the weekend. I'm sure by the end of this session, we'll leave enlightened and enriched with the preachings and wisdom of Sister Shivani. It's an absolute privilege to welcome you all to this exclusive interaction. Today, we are honored to be in the presence of a visionary leader, a spiritual mentor, and a guiding force in the journey of self-transformation, BK Sister Shivani. A recipient of the Nari Shakti Puraskaar, India's highest civilian honor for women, she has been a beacon of light for millions, offering profound insight on emotional intelligence, mental resilience, and spiritual empowerment. Since 2017, she served as a Goodwill Ambassador for the World Psychiatric Association. The theme of today's session, Balancing Life, Success, and Soul Empowerment, is one that deeply resonates with all of us. In the fast-paced world of business and industry, success is often measured in financial terms. However, Sister Shivani's teachings remind us that true success is not just about achievements, but about inner peace, ethical leadership, and emotional well-being. Through her guidance, we learned that external success is meaningful only when balanced with inner harmony. Her impact is truly global. In India, she has inspired millions through a television series, Awakening with Brahma Kumari, which has reshaped how we perceive emotions, relationships, and self-mastery. Internationally, she is a sought-after speaker at prestigious forums addressing the need for emotional well-being, spiritual strength, and ethical leadership. In many ways, Sister Shivani's journey mirrors the legacy of Indian Chamber of Commerce. For nearly a century, ICC has been in the forefront of economic development, policy advocacy, industrial transformation, much like how Sister Shivani has pioneered a movement of personal transformation and conscious leadership. As ICC approaches the centennial celebration, this session serves as a meaningful reflection on the evolving definition of success. While the Chamber continues to drive business excellence, it is equally important to recognize that true leadership is rooted in mindfulness, ethical governance, and the ability to inspire with integrity. Values that Sister Shivani has championed throughout her journey. With this, I once again extend my heartfelt welcome to BK Sister Shivani and LSG and all of you present here today. Thank you very much.
Mr. Nyotia, thank you. I think we are all eager to now listen to Sister Shivani and get her blessings. Over to you, Sister.
And if there are more lights, we can switch. Let's sit straight. Take 3 deep breaths to relax the body. And bring your attention to the center of the forehead. That's here. It's the point where we apply a tilak or a bindi, also called as the third eye of wisdom. So just bring your attention to the center of the forehead and visualize a tiny point of light there, a point of energy. This is a simple 1-minute exercise, but let's just do it together so that you can do it any time of the day. In the center of the forehead, a little star, the energy which is the master of this body. Keep looking at it. And now gently create these thoughts. Don't just listen to them, repeat it in your mind. I, the being, I am the master of my mind. I, the being, I'm the master of this body. I, the being, am the master of my life. I am the creator of my destiny. Now gently remind yourself, I am a powerful being. Let's repeat. I am a powerful being. In every scene of life, things may be my way, may not be my way. I am a powerful being. I remain calm and stable in every situation. We are reminding ourselves that this is my nature. This is my personality. Being calm and stable in every situation is my personality. I am a powerful being. Peace is not what I look for. Peace is who I am. And peace is the way I respond to every scene which is not my way. Love is not what I want. Love is who I am. Love is what I radiate to everyone who's not my way. Empathy and compassion comes natural to me because I am a loveful being. So let's say it once again. I am a powerful being. I am a peaceful being. I am a loveful being. I am happy always. It's my way of living. Om Shanti. Is it okay to take a pause of 30 seconds or 60 seconds every hour, 2 hours, and just remind ourselves, I am a powerful being, I am a peaceful being, and I am a happy being. Just 3 lines. How many of you feel you can say it to yourself every hour? It will take 5 seconds. Yes, no. Yes, no. How many can do it? Everyone can do it, but how many will do it? And why should we do it? Why do I need to pause and say, I am powerful, I'm peaceful, I'm happy, I'm loveful? Why do I need to say it? Unko bolo, we don't need photos anymore because everybody will only smile for that. You know, there are a lot of things which we are doing, which we don't pause and think, why are we doing what we are doing? Now, this audience will remain like this for the next 1 hour. I on this side will remain like this for the next 1 hour. But they will move around and click snaps of us again and again and again like this. Not needed. Not needed. But we've made it normal. And we said this is normal. So, what is very important today is to check what is normal and not just accept that normal, which the world has called normal just because most of us are doing it. So, why should I say to myself, I'm powerful, I'm happy, I'm peaceful? Why do I need to say to myself? How many of you want happiness? And how many of you want peace? And then I'm sure you want love also. So simple. So that's the reason we are saying that. Because we've created a world where we are saying the opposite. We are saying, I want happiness, I want love, I want peace. Until we keep saying, I want and I want and I want, it will always be, I want. So we will create stress and we will say, I want peace. We will create anger and we will say, I want happiness. So, what I want to be is not going to come from anything outside for me, it's going to come how I respond to scenes of life. So, if we really, really want, not just bola ha we want and then go back to being the same way at 1 o'clock today. If we really, really, really want to be happy, what do you think anything else is left for you to do to actually feel happiness? Is there anything left to do? Yes, anybody? Any country which we still have to visit where we think we can get happiness, any object we still need to buy which we think can give happiness, any new relationship you want to create thinking that's going to give happiness, or any achievement remaining which you think that will give happiness. What exactly are we waiting for which is going to give it to us? And have you paused to think that after so many years of hard work, effort, and achievements, you actually together raised your hand saying, I want happiness? Acha hua he didn't take the photo of that. Because it's a question mark. It's a question mark. Because then we're going to turn around and say to ourselves, then what was I doing for all these years that I have had to raise my hands, that too in public, akele maybe nahi. I just raised my hand. And you know something? We don't even pause. And this I'm not saying here. I've been asking this question in every single event for this last 2024. And whether the size of the gathering is 100 or 10,000, everybody is raising their hand without pausing for 1 second to even ask themselves, do I want, do I don't want, what are they saying, what are they meaning? Nothing. It just goes up like that. And what does that mean? What does that mean? That all these years of effort and achievement and claiming that we as a society and we as a nation are becoming extremely successful. Achievement is different from success now. Achievement is different from success. If I have to raise my hand to say I want happiness, if I have to raise my hand to say I need love, if I have to raise my hand to say I want to be healthy, if I want to raise my hand to say I want beautiful relationships, That's not called successful. That's only called achievement. So 100 years celebration is only going to be beautiful if that celebration creates a transformation. नहीं तो celebration क्या होगा? What is there going to happen in a celebration? Again, coming together, meeting, okay, conference, okay, same thing. But a celebration is meaningful if it's going to create a transformation. If I don't create a transformation, then 100 years, 101 years, that's only a figure. Like 1 month, 15 days back, we said Happy New Year to each other. किसने भेजा सबको? Happy New Year, this year full of happiness, health, prosperity, lot of blessings, everything will be perfect in your life. They sent to us, everything will be perfect in your life. 45 days down the line, what changed? Nothing. Nothing. So these things are becoming only words now. These things are only becoming a formality. Chalo, post it to everybody, say it to everybody. Okay, done. But nobody is taking a pause to say like, let's do something for it. So do you want to convert this year into a year of transformation rather than just a year of celebration? Should we change the word? Everybody uses the word year of celebration. Let's call it a year of transformation. Utha lo, ab utha lo. And transform who? Transform who? Ourselves. And do you want to do that? Are you ready to do that? Are you ready to do that? And do you feel I need to do that? You know why? Because we are the last generation who can do that. We are the last generation who can actually create a shift and shift from stress to happiness, shift from anger to this, because we still have been brought up with deeper emotional resilience principles. We are the last generation who knows that world where there was no mobile, where there was no internet, where people used to sit and look at each other and talk like this. We are the last generation who used to cook at home, eat at home, all those simple things which are tools for emotional resilience. What's going to happen to the generation who were born with gadgets? They won't know what it is to live without them, and they don't know what it means to just sit like this doing nothing. How many of you ever sit like that doing nothing? Kuch nahi karna hai. And you do it and then you see for how long you can do it. Even just now, the 1 minute silence was not easy for everybody. I can see it on the face from here. Why? Because we don't do it often. We don't sit with ourselves often, because even if I get a minute of silence, I can pick it up and I can answer 3 messages in that much time. What is the use of just sitting like this? So we call that a waste of time. I see people 30 seconds on the red signal, they will pick up the phone in that 30 seconds also if they're driving the car and check, utni der mein kiska WhatsApp aaya. So everything around us, which was designed to make our life comfortable, but the way we used it was very different. And now we ourselves are responsible for what we have created. Last whole week, the whole country is talking about the responsibility of content creators. Yes? Agreed? Everybody agrees? Is there anything to discuss whether it was right or wrong what has happened that we've been discussing since 8 days? Nothing. But nobody is bringing up the discussion, what is the responsibility of a content consumer? Everybody is talking, what is the responsibility of a content creator? You are in business. What will you create? What will you create? What are you going to create? You're going to create that what the world is going to consume. Tomorrow, if the world stops consuming that, will you continue your business creating that? No. So whose responsibility? Creator or consumer? Creator or consumer? Whose responsibility? Creator responsibility, we know, but we're going on talking only that. Whose responsibility? Creator or consumer? It's easy to say they were wrong. Yeah, we know it. We don't need to talk about it again and again. Important is, were we right consuming it? If we were not consuming it, they wouldn't have created it. No one does business like that, creating a product which nobody is going to consume. And if today we say, okay, they were wrong, and there is a case, and everything will go on, and fine, they will change. Will we change? They learned the lesson the hard way. They will change. But we might go back to consuming similar content next morning. because the consumer is not changing. So it's not enough to just say, oh, they were wrong. How could they do this? How could they say this? Ever pause to ask ourselves, how can I watch all this? Why do I watch all this? Why do I listen to all this? Because if I stop doing it, then I will be that one person who will shift the world of content. And if I shift that world of content, the world of emotions will change. And if the world of emotions and karma changes, the destiny of the country and the world and my individual destiny will change. So, how many of you, after the whole last week of all that repeated conversation on every news channel and every news, are you ready to create a change in your content consumption? Year of transformation. Are you ready to do that? Who's ready to do that? Now let's see who's ready to do that. Haath utao bhi. What will we change? And why should we change? Why should we change? You know, what does a content creator do? They will only keep creating that which will get lot of views, and lot of views means lot of popularity, and lot of popularity and lot of views means lot of money. A simple model hai. There is nothing much to do in that. But then once they create that and they get those many views, then obviously they have to create something even more. And because they're going on the lower side, then creating more means going lower than that, and then lower than that, and lower than that, because we cannot consume the same kind of content every day. But tomorrow, if we change and we say, no one will consume this kind of content, if we go and we unsubscribe all our OTT platforms which are giving us that kind of content, if we go and we stop subscribing to those channels or those accounts which are giving this kind of content, next week the world of content creation will change. Next week. But nobody is talking about it. And if nobody talks about it, nobody will do it. And if nobody will do it, nothing will change. Nothing will change. So can I promise to myself today that I will not consume any content in any format which has a slightest trace of lust, ego, terror, violence, criticism, ridicule, comparison. These are all lower vibrational energies. So, are we ready for that? Are we ready to do that? No, no. It's easy now to talk about how other people should change. How many are ready to do that, to shift their content? No, we are not ready. And if we are not ready, those people will not change, which means creators will not change. Two people will change, the rest will say, everybody's still consuming. Why do we need to stop? So yes, anybody wants to change their taste of content from today after learning so much of what happened in the last 1 week? Are we ready to change? If one person raises their hand, maybe the other person will look at them and say like, okay, that's the leadership quality that's needed. Ready? Even a movie that you will watch, which has terror, is actually increasing the terror and the violence and that fear inside me. That is why I'm having to raise my hand to say that I need happiness. I cannot experience happiness and peace unless I change content. Content is emotional diet. Repeat करें एक बार, record हो जाएगा यहाँ पर. Content is emotional diet. What I watch, what I read, what I listen, not just from media, but even in conversations, any information, what I watch, what I read, what I listen, emotional diet, that becomes the source of my thoughts. Thoughts come into, feelings come into action, repeated quality of content, repeated quality of thoughts becomes my sanskar. Sanskar will come into my karma, and karma will come into my destiny. So simply put, content is equal to destiny. Content is equal to destiny. And most of us were in that era where even the first TV was not there. How many? Before the first TV, the first phone. So if you just take 5 minutes today and just draw a graph of content versus emotional, mental, physical, and relationship health only in Bharat. So if we go back 30 years back, before the first TV, first phone, internet, everything, did we have the word stress in our vocabulary? Yes? Were we in school saying, I'm stressed, you're stressed? Yes? No. We only had that word tension. And that too 2 days of the year. 1 day before the exam, 1 day before the result. Rest. Rest, all days were happy, maja wala days. Yes or no? Yes? Yeah. So we are not talking history. And we are the only generation. That's what I'm saying. Our responsibility is extremely high. They've not lived a world where there was no stress. They'll say, "Ha, aise kaise ho sakta hai? That is normal." And we will say, no, no, we've lived. There was stress of the word was only in physics. It was not in the mind. It was only in physics. And how long back was that? Just 25, 30 years back. Did we have the word depression around us when we were in school and college? No. How common was cancer 25, 30 years back? Which age group got heart attacks and suddenly had to be rushed to the hospital 25, 30 years back? Which age group? Which age group? So I remember it used to be like 70s or late 60s, and everybody will say, age related heart attack ho jata hai. And during these 30 years, we've seen it shift from 60s to 50s to 40s to 30s. And now go and ask any cardiologist. They are seeing big numbers in 20s. And we are saying, oh, we are so successful. This is success? This is success, that a college-going child is being rushed to hospital with to do angioplasty, angiography, and all that. This is our success definition. Depression in school and college, this is success. This is not success. We failed as a society, whether we like to hear it or not. We failed. Divorce, which was a word which we wouldn't even use. We wouldn't tell. We would say, nahi, nahi, kisi ko nahi batana. Today they put it on social media, I separated. That's how cool it is becoming. And even if now we will not pause and create a change, then we don't know what kind of culture your children and grandchildren are going to grow up in. So who's going to create that change? Which generation will create that change? Which generation is going to create that change? The one who created this change only will have to create that change. They didn't create this change. They were born in this change. We saw that shift. And so it's easy for us to shift back. And so that has to start from content. It has to start from content. So we are a generation which saw with that one TV serial coming once a week, which the whole family used to sit and watch together. Comedy usme bhi hota tha. Haste the sabhi baitkar, right? Remember? It was very clean. To hum haste the sabhi. But it used to come only once a week. But dheere dheere, the person whose business it is, they saw, acha, everybody stops doing everything and just watches what I have created for them. So it's somebody's business. So they shifted from once a week to daily. And we stopped everything daily at that time. And so again, it's somebody's business. So they say, oh, they stopped doing everything for what I'm creating. So why only once a week, once a day? Now I can give it to them the option of recording and watch whenever you want. So then we got the third option of recording the content. And everybody said, but every time they can't sit at home and watch, so I'll give it to them on their phone. And now we have it on our phone. And what did we do? We get addicted to that content. And now we've reached a stage where we are hardly ever sitting without using content. Content means in any form. So something which started as entertainment, now getting used as a distractor in order to heal my depletion, and now becoming an addiction. So this 2025, if I do not practice content restriction, and if I do not practice digital detox, it's going to get tougher. And most important is, unless you do it, you will not be able to influence your children with your vibrations to be able to do it, because it's not an addiction which you can tell them mat karo and they will not do it from tomorrow. That's not going to happen. We need to raise the vibrations of the house. Imagine when all these children are actually going to come to your companies to work, we need to see how it's going to happen. What's going to happen? They're creating panic and anxiety on the day of a small exam in school. So will they really have that resilience power to face the highs and lows, the challenges? So it is our responsibility. We created this shift, we can take the U-turn. And when we take the U-turn, everyone will follow. So let's make one shift today. And that is going to be personal, but everybody will need to make that one shift because your one shift is contributing to creating the shift. You know, we sometimes say, hey, mere ek ke karne se kya hone wala hai? But it is that mere ek only which brought the world to where it is today. So let's use the power of one. And I'm going to be that one who's going to shift so that first I shift here. Second, I shift the vibrations of my house. Third, that vibration will empower everyone else living in that house. Fourth, I will shift the vibrations of my workplace. And very soon, everyone will start shifting. How many of you watch the world news at night before going to sleep? हाँ उठा लो हाथ इतने अच्छे अच्छे काम हम करते हैं तो हाथ तो उठाना चाहिए. Now just ask yourself, just pause and ask yourself, those visuals, those repeated, then heated exchange about this. Is it the right time to consume that before going to sleep? Is it the right time to consume that before going to sleep? Is it the right time to consume that early in the morning before leaving for work? No. But we have just been doing it without pausing to check what is going to be the impact of this on our lives. How many of us can doze off to sleep at any time of the day? On a flight, in the car? Who's blessed with that quality? कहीं भी सो सकते हैं, कभी भी. Anji, हाथ उठाओ एक बार. You'll have to raise your head. And now look around and see. And sometimes I ask people sitting next to me on the flight, I said, क्या बात है? आप सोए नहीं रात को? You think you? Of course. Because people literally are able to sleep from before takeoff till landing. And somebody has to come and say like, and you ask them, did you sleep last night? And they say, yes. And they did sleep. Then why are they dozing off? Because they are sleep deprived. And why are they sleep deprived? Because they're not sleeping deep. They're sleeping long, but they're not sleeping deep. And why are they not sleeping deep? Because they're consuming content before going to sleep. They are consuming content which is stimulating the mind. For sleep, what do we have to do to the mind before going to sleep? What do we have to do? We have to slow down the mind before going to sleep. If I slow down the mind before going to sleep, then I'll experience deep sleep. And if I experience deep sleep, I don't need to sleep for so many hours. Our parents and grandparents never slept for 8 hours. Did they sleep for 8 hours? Never. Why are we sleeping so long and yet being sleep deprived? Because we are not sleeping deep. So the mantra is not to sleep long, it is to sleep deep. And if I sleep deep, then my mind and body, everything will get energized in that sleep. Unless I experience deep sleep, I cannot create a peaceful, calm mind during the day. I cannot. I will create a turbulent mind, an agitated mind, an overthinking mind. Because that's a sign of not a powerful mind. So ready to sleep deep? And what is the right time to sleep deep? Right time. There has to be a right time for everything. Nowadays we say जब काम खत्म हो जाएगा तब सोएंगे, जब काम खत्म हो जाएगा तब खाना खाएंगे. Everything is revolving around work. If someone had to come and offer us a deal, reduce your wealth by 10%. But in return, you get happiness 50% more, health 60% more, and relationships 17% more, 70% more stronger. You ready to take the deal? Ready to take the deal? So then let's take the deal. But the best part is if I start taking care of myself, my achievements and wealth will never reduce. They'll only go like this. But provided I put the priority right. This work-life balance word has no meaning actually. Nobody can come and share with us how to balance work and life. Even we cannot prepare a routine because every day is going to be different. But work-life balance only means, am I prioritizing everything the right way? Self, work, family. What's the order of priority? Work, family, self, work, self, family, work. Which order? Hanji, 3 words. Work, family, self. 3 words. Which order of priority? Self, family, and work. And how many agree? Self, family, and work. Acha, and how many live? Now, what would it mean, self, family, work? It doesn't mean I'm giving more time to myself. No, it only means first priority is self. And why should it be self, family, and work? Because self is the seed. Then from the seed comes the trunk of the tree, which is the health of this body. And then comes the family, and then come the branches of my life, my work, society, relatives, friends, everything. But it's all coming out from the seed. And how much time do I spend every day to water the seed, to strengthen the roots? I don't. I immediately wake up in the morning and start taking care of the tree. Start taking care of the tree. When we tell people 10-15 minutes, sit in silence, meditation, he said, सुबह सुबह किसके पास time है ऐसा बैठने के लिए? So much to do early in the morning. So it's not about lack of time, it is about priority. But if I spend 10-15 minutes strengthening the seed in the morning, then I don't have to do much with the tree during the day. If you water the seed, do you need to do anything with the tree the rest of the day? It will automatically be healthy. And if I water the seed the right way in the morning and then I take care just before going to sleep, do I need to do anything about emotions, about health of body, about relationships? No. Were we doing anything 30, 40 years back? No, they were automatically on their own, everything was going fine. So are we ready to sleep by 10 o'clock at night? How many of us can sleep by 10 p.m.? Everyone. And now to experience deep sleep at 10 p.m., not just sleep at 10 p.m., deep sleep at 10 p.m. by latest, I'm saying, actually earlier, but latest. By 8 p.m., I will have to disconnect from work. Hanji, is anybody ready to do that? In the year of transformation, disconnect from work at 10 o'clock? Here? Nobody? अभी तो आप कह रहे थे we are ready to give away 10% of our wealth in exchange for happiness, health and relationships and everything. अभी क्या हुआ? If I don't disconnect from work, I will not let my people disconnect from work. And if all of us don't disconnect from work, then we are not able to create stronger families at home. And if we are not going to be able to do that, those children are getting affected. And all this karma is coming to the leader of every organization. Business is not just, it is a karma responsibility. It is a karma responsibility that people who leave my factory, my office in the evening, now it's their time. Is it their time or not their time? Yes or no? Boliye, so that it gets recorded there. I know my answer. You have to say it for yourself. Is it their time? Yes. Should they be there with their family, undistracted, just there, so that they give right vibration to their children? Now go back to 30 years back. In most houses, one person was working, the other one was not working. So the other one was taking care of the energy of the house. One person was being the provider. And that one person also, after coming home at 6 o'clock, did not have phone and internet to get connected to work. And so from 8 o'clock in the evening to 8 o'clock in the morning, no work. 12 hours, no work on a daily basis. No work on the weekend, no work on the festival. So we were actually working less than 6 months a year. And in that era, no depression, no stress, hardly any cancer, hardly any divorce, and nobody raising hands saying, I want happiness. So we are not giving up gadgets. We're going to use them, but use them in a way so that we get the benefit of that, but we also get back our happiness, health, and harmony in relationships. And we take the karma responsibility that every person who works with me or for me, they are also able to create a happy, healthy, powerful family. Talk to anybody. Talk to anybody, and everybody says, work stress, work stress, work stress. So work stress has become like a word. It's a word. But we were all working even before. Why this work stress word is now? Because it's not being balanced the right way, because you're always connected, always sending messages, always calling, and we're working all the time. So actually, the entire business industry model, if we create a shift, we can change the destiny of this country. But if we are going to continue the same way, that work for us till 7 o'clock in the office, after that, continue to be available at work. And in the middle of the night, also, if you wake up to have a glass of water, have a look at your emails. That is when the priority is only work, work, work. Family, health, self is not the priority. करें कुछ change. करें कुछ change. If today somebody is at home and you send them something to do or send them an email, with just reading the email, their mind is engaged there, and they get into a conflict with their spouse because of that. And then they shout at their children, whose karma is this going to be? किसका कर्म है ये? किसका है? किसका है? Business means wealth, and wealth means energy. Please let the wealth coming home come with blessings of families. People, when they fight with each other at home, they say, तुम्हारा office हमारे life का सब problem का कारण है. So where is that powerful energy going? Where is it reaching? So that wealth is not coming for free, it's coming with vibrations. It is our karma, moral responsibility to have stronger children. For that, send happy parents home every evening. And once they are home, please tell them, we will meet tomorrow morning. Till then, you don't have to be at work at all, unless there is a crisis, which happens only a couple of times in a year. So 100 years, if we can do this as a transformation, rest will all happen on its own. Nahin? Who wants to be the leader in this? Ek ko karne ki zarurat hai. Everybody else will start doing it after that. And the most important thing is, if you send happy people home and they are energized and they come back next morning, what do you think will happen to your business? Which direction is it going to go? If you start having happy and healthy people coming to your work next morning, what do you think is going to happen? You know what kind of people are coming to your work today nowadays? Tired people, fatigued minds. I live in Gurgaon and I drive Delhi, Gurgaon. Expressway is a very interesting place to see where society is moving. Because saari gaadiyan jam hai uske upar, you get to see everybody's faces. Couple of years back, tak morning faces, evening faces were different. Now, morning, evening, both the time dozing off, both the time falling off, both the time tired. How much more can it get tougher? So anyone wants to take up this initiative and say, I'm going to allow my people to disconnect from work once they are back home. हाथ उठा लो ना प्यार से. कोई 1%. हाँ करो करो करो. अच्छा कर्म पहले करना चाहिए ना. It's like दान. पहले करो वो दान. अच्छा. I was at the Motilal Oswal group. There was some program. There were 1,000 people over there. And Motilal ji was sitting in the front. And I just said 8 o'clock we should disconnect from work. And everybody stares like that and say like, ठीक है, okay, आगे बोलो. This is not possible. But I said, हमारा काम है प्रसाद बांटना. आपना खाना नहीं खाना, that is your choice. So I said, think about it. And everybody said like, हाँ, हाँ, हाँ. He got up. And why I'm sharing this is, what is leadership quality? So he got up and he said, okay, done. Kar liya. And everybody is looking at him like, sir, this is not possible, not possible. This country market, this country, all that they were talking their business language. You know, he turned back. He looked at them and he said, we are doing it, is decided. How we will do it, we'll discuss later on. Finished. He said, we are doing it, is decided. How we will do it, we will discuss later on. After that, within 2 months, 17,000 people at his end were disconnected from that whatever server that they have, which even if they want, they couldn't log in over there. And now they have a swipe system where they have to swipe when they leave the office in the evening. So their buffer time is 5:45 to 6:15. They have to swipe. And then there is some media house asked him, so what about the company? He said, वो हमारी market में हमें पता नहीं चलने वाला है because there are too many other factors. He said, but I'm just happy that people are happy because families are coming and telling me they are happy with this. That's more than enough. And if anyone does that karma, there is no way, absolutely no way that the business will get affected. Big chances that it will go. Happier minds are creative minds. Happier minds are intuitive minds. Happier minds get along well, team spirit becomes better. Happier minds change everything. Healthier body and happier mind, if you can create, you don't need to worry about the progress of your organization. And the first person to begin doing that will be? Who will be the first person to begin doing that? So that is when we self prioritization. If I disconnect by 8 o'clock, I get 2 hours to slow down the mind. And then those 2 hours, no content consumption of a negative quality to stimulate my mind. Just slow down your mind. Spend time with family, sit doing nothing. The other day I was somebody, business leader. And he said, ye phone bahut tang karta hai. I said, you go home in the evening, 6 o'clock, put it away. He said, yeah. I said, it will ring, go and pick it up like a landline and then keep it back there. Don't keep doing this throughout. And so sweetly he looked at me and said after some time, फिर हम क्या करेंगे 6 बजे के बाद? I said, ये तो बड़ा मुश्किल क्वेश्चन आ गया. So I said, मतलब? He said, फिर करेंगे क्या 6 o'clock के बाद हम? I said, we are the last generation जिनको पता था हम क्या करते थे 6 o'clock के बाद. I said, talk to family. He said, how to talk to them? They are all going to sit with the phone. You see, we need to wake up to this. Because children today are not able to look here and here. They just are looking here and talking. They're good at chatting. They're good at chatting, but they are not very good at communicating like this. You have to take care of the next leaders who are going to come into your organization. So let's begin. It has to begin with me. I am going to create that change. So before you do it for your organization, first do it for yourself that I will disconnect at 8 o'clock, which means no emails, no messages. Kal subah milenge. Kal subah milenge. And within 15-20 days, you will start seeing your quality of sleep change. And if your quality of sleep changes, the health of the body will start changing. Your relationship next morning will be a different level because irritability will get over. Intuitive power will go high. The current scenario and the times to come is not going to work with logical leadership. We will need intuitive leadership. And intuitive leadership needs a silenced mind. Overthinking mind can do logical decisions, but overthinking mind cannot create intuitive decisions. We need a silent mind for that. And a silent mind needs to have experienced deep sleep. A silent mind needs to have meditated before coming to office. A silent mind needs to sit in meditation and they will get an intuitive answer कि मुझे ऐसा नहीं, मुझे ऐसे करना है. Logical will not work in the coming times. We need intuitive leadership. 15 minutes just before going to sleep. My time. 15 minutes, my time. Consume higher vibrational content consciously before going to sleep. Which means I need happiness, love, and power. I need to consume content of how to create happiness, love, and power before going to sleep. And that is where spirituality plays a very important role. Consume high vibrational content for just 15 minutes before going to sleep. Next 6 hours, that content is going to energize your mind and body both. We watch TV and then after that, once we are in bed, we say, okay, now let me just check the phone before going to sleep. And if I consume all that and I go to sleep, the body is sleeping, mind is not sleeping because mind is still thinking about what I read or what I watched. In an era where we used to watch a night show of a horror movie or a crime show where there was no TV, we had to go to the theater to watch it. That night, people did not experience deep sleep. And next morning, everybody used to say, "Raat ko nahi dekhni aisi picture aage se, huh? We are not going to do this." What we are doing is we are doing that every single day now. So we are not even talking about it because that's become our normal level of sleeping. So 15 minutes just before going to sleep is with your time. Meditate for a few minutes. Consciously consume high vibrational content before going to sleep. Write your set of affirmations before going to sleep. What do you want to manifest in your life? Which means, what do you want in your destiny? Should we write a few right now? आप phone लेंगे एक minute? Let's write down a few thoughts of what I want to manifest in my life. The first one, I am a powerful being. Powerful means I don't react in situations. Complete power over my mind, my words, taking charge of the situation, not affected by the situation. I am a powerful being. Second, I am calm and stable always. I am calm and stable always. So opposite of stress is normal, irritation is normal. So I am calm and stable always. I am fearless, I am confident. Post-COVID, there is a vibration of fear in the air of the planet. So people experience fear and anxiety without a reason also. So I am fearless, I am confident. Fourth, I'm always happy. Opposite of I want happiness. I'm always happy. Fifth, I'm a giver. ऐसे. Which way of living is good? ऐसे या ऐसे? कौन सी वाली अच्छी है? ऐसे या ऐसे? करके देख लो. See how it feels. ऐसे या ऐसे? कैसे? कैसे? ऐसे या ऐसे? ऐसे. Right? So this means being a giver. Emotionally being a giver. Not I want love, I want respect, I want appreciation, I want validation, I want acceptance. No, I don't want anything from anybody. I give. Say every day. In fact, you can put it as your affirmation. I need nothing from people. I need nothing. I am and I give, which means I just radiate. And then it will take you to the next step where your business will also be like this. That doesn't mean charity. It just means the intent of business also will be of giving to the world. Earning will be a byproduct of it. The intent will not be of achieving. The intent will be of giving. And when you make your business into a giving model, that's when we shift from achievement to success. Achievement is very different and success is very different. So even the intent of business should be, I'm giving to the world. I'm giving to the world. And what am I giving to the world? And what's the vibration of what I'm giving to the world? Then we would never be talking about business ethics and business. These are not words which need to be there. These words are not needed in human vocabulary. Business ethics, क्यों बात करनी है? Today we're talking about medical ethics also. So these words are not needed. So when we shift to business like this, business ethics words disappears. Because to remember, those ethics are our karma. And our karma creates our destiny. So by being ethical, you're not doing a favor to anybody else. You're not doing a favor to the consumer, to the client, or to your people working for you. You're not doing a favor to anybody by being ethical. You're only doing it for your protection. Because karma, it is my karma. And so time has come to even raise our definition of ethics, go higher than what people are calling normal. Just go higher, do what nobody is doing. Be the first one to do it. Many will follow. Leadership quality means standing for the right even if you're the only one. Many people are ready to be on the right, but very few people are being able to stand alone for the right. But if one person stands, many people are ready to stand after that for the right. So leadership quality is standing for the right, even if I'm the only one. Leadership quality is standing for the right, even if everybody is ridiculing me for doing that. Stand for the right. So I am a giver. So when we look at the pictures or the photos or the idols of the Devi Devtas, of the Dharampitas, everyone's hand, कैसे होता है हाथ? ऐसे, ऐसे. And energy circle is white in color. Now, this is a symbol that we have to keep there. High emotional intelligence, high EQ, White color aura will come by being like this. And which means by being like this, opposite. So I am a giver is going to be our affirmation. Even my business is for giving to the world. So automatically what I'm making, what I'm giving, quality, ethics, these things are not discussed after that. Because a giver always gives the best. If I'm in this direction, I can do something. But in this direction, it's the best, always the highest. So contemplate on your definition of ethics. It's a very generic word, but meaning is different for everybody. Next, my body is perfect and healthy always. We can add my mind and body actually. Now, my mind and body is perfect and healthy always. In case of any health issue, we'll write a separate sankalp for that specific health issue. So, for example, if I have high blood pressure, I will write a separate sankalp saying my blood pressure is normal 120/80. Because it's not, then I have to write. If it's normal, I don't have to write. My sugar level is normal. Instead of repeating an affirmation, I am diabetic, I have diabetes, I have diabetes, you keep saying more of that, only more of that will happen. In English, they are calling it manifestation and affirmation. In Hindi, we have it since thousands of years. Sankalp se siddhi hoti hai. Any sankalp repeated, wo siddh hoga. It will become a reality. So never repeat those parameters which are not normal. Create the normal in your mind and repeat it, and very soon see your body manifesting that. Then a next one for our relationships. Everyone accepts me, I accept everyone. And all my relationships stand strong on trust and respect. And this will mean all relationships, family, work, friends, everybody. Next one for your work life that you will write. We keep it blank for now. Professional. What do you want to achieve? In the next 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, create the sankalp now. I have already achieved that. If there's any baggage on the mind, keep a sankalp for that. Past is past, it's over. I release, I forgive, I forget. Instead of saying, I cannot forgive, I cannot forget. Remember, what I think will become the reality. That is why we have to nourish the seed. Sankalp se siddhi is one law, and the second law is Sankalp se srishti, our world, which means my mental health, physical health, relationships, work, everything is created from here, the Sankalp. And that is why it's important to take out that 15 minutes for the seed. 15 minutes. So past is past, it's over, I release, I forgive, I forget. If I need to forgive myself, say that. I forgive myself, I love myself, I accept myself. And last, envelop yourself with the highest vibrational energy circle. We're living in a world where everyone we meet has a vibration. There's vibrations around us. Right now, we're sitting in a hall of 300-400, vibrations of 300-400 people here. And everyone's vibration will enter into our energy field. So we need to envelop ourselves with a higher energy circle, then lower energies cannot enter into that. But your higher energy will radiate to everybody else. So just create one sankalp. God's power and blessings is a circle of protection around me. It's a suraksha kavach, like a protection shield. The highest vibration. So God's power and blessings, Paramatma ki Shakti and duaएं, mera suraksha kavach. It's my protection shield. And just draw a white light circle around your body. Instead of worrying for your children, just create a circle around them. My destiny is perfect. Now just change your vocabulary and keep writing as many sankalp you want. My destiny is perfect. My life is beautiful. How many of you use the vocabulary, I'm busy, I don't have time? Most of us, na? So we can write a sankalp. I'm easy and I have more time than I need. Each time you're going to say, I'm busy, please remember it's a lower energy vibration first created in the mind, radiating to every cell of the body. So we're not going to radiate lower vibrational energy to the mind and the body, and then, of course, to the people around us and to the environment. I'm easy, I have more time than I need. Abundance. Abundance. Every time saying I don't have time is like lack. We can't create a life of lack. And when you start saying this line, time will remain the same, work will remain the same, but when you change your thought, you will automatically feel you have a lot of time. So this has to be experimented with. Now, you can add more to this depending on whatever you want to create in your life, depending on any sanskar that you want to change. Only the vocabulary is very important. Not I want, I should be, could be, wish. No, I am. Main hu. Now, the time to repeat this, where it's going to create the maximum impact, is one going to be just before going to sleep. Never go to sleep with a question mark, with a problem, with an issue. Nothing. This mind has to have the highest vibrational thought just before going to sleep, because next 6 hours, it is those thoughts that will work on the mind and the body. The subconscious mind is going to open when I go to sleep. So let's say this or write these sankalp or anything of this kind of vocabulary just before going to sleep, and it's going to go deep into the subconscious. But after this, not to look at the phone or to talk to anyone, nothing. Last thought. Last thought. First thought in the morning. Again, subconscious mind is open. I cannot wake up saying, oh, aaj kya karna hai? Aaj to wo meeting abhi to late ho raha hai. These ordinary thoughts cannot be the first thoughts of the morning. And if you want to think of the ordinary work also, then think of it in the highest vibrational vocabulary. So if I have a meeting today, I will create my first thought as today's meeting will be a divine magical experience. That will be my first thought for an ordinary meeting. Instead of saying, I don't know whether they'll agree today or not. Today, they and me will be in harmony and we will create magic together. So very soon, it's not going to be 10 lines. Very soon, the vocabulary of the 10 lines will start becoming my vocabulary of thinking. And that's when I've started prioritizing, strengthening the seed. And if the seed is taken care of, the tree will be taken care of. Everything. No low vibrational vocabulary at all. No low vibrational vocabulary. I'm getting late. I'm here. And this is ordinary vocabulary, is lower vibrational vocabulary. And that is why it's creating ordinary destinies. Ordinary destiny means the state of mind and the health of the body. We need high vibrational destinies. So is it possible investing 30 seconds before going to sleep, 30 seconds when we wake up? Yes, possible. Possible to start the day with gratitude. Shukrana, shukriya, shukriya, shukriya. Kiske liye shukriya? Gratitude for first there. Gratitude for your beautiful destiny, even if nothing is going right. Gratitude is not meant for when things are perfect. Gratitude is a vibration to live on. Thank you is not to be said when everything is going right. Thank you is to be a feeling to live by. And if I keep creating that gratitude for the most ordinary things also throughout the day, my level of acceptance will go to another degree. So gratitude to the highest power, gratitude to your mind and body, gratitude to all the people in your life, gratitude to your beautiful business. शुक्रिया कब करते हैं उसको बैठ के? प्रॉब्लम्स बहुत सारी ढूंढ लेते हैं उसके अंदर. शुक्रिया to nature, prakriti, and gratitude to all the people who are causing a problem in your life. If you start sending them gratitude, very soon you will start seeing them change. Conflict, you don't need two people to resolve a conflict. Only one person needs to change how they think about the other person, and very soon everything will change between the two people. Everything will change. But one is creating a conflict in the mind, the other one is responding by creating a conflict in the mind, and then there is a conflict in relationship. But it only needs one person to change the way they are thinking of the other person. Say, even if there is a conflict, every day write in your sankalp, I accept them, I respect them, they accept me, They respect me. Our relationship is magical. Say it every single day, even without feeling it. And very soon you won't know what happened to you, and they won't know what happened to them, and things will just start changing. So, business, leadership, relationship, everything means using the power of the mind. We are focused more on the doing. Now we need to start taking care of the being, because it is the being which is coming into the doing. So, let's make meditation a normal part of life. 2024 finally saw United Nations declaring a day for the year meditation, which means, okay, chalo, now at least we shall wake up to this. So let's make it a part of life. Meditation does not mean sitting with eyes closed thinking nothing, because if we try to do that, we won't be able to do it. So just take out 30 minutes, 3, 4 days, whatever day time suits you. Come to the nearest center, ask the sisters to teach you how to do it. They teach one on one to everybody who comes to the center, everybody. So just take out your time. It could be just on a weekend. But stop saying, I don't have time. It is that line which has changed everything. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. This is that line which has changed destiny. And we actually will create a world where there's no time left, actually, just by just saying it together. So that is prioritizing. So if we say learn meditation, it should be this is my top priority. Rest everything can be taken care of. We just have to change that, because the time has come. We need to create high vibrational homes. How many of you feel your children and then their children need strengthening emotionally? Do you feel they need? But who's going to do it for them? We only have to do it. How will we do it? Just we have to change the vibrations of the house. Now the focus cannot only be size of the house, the beauty of the house, the size of the lawn. Ho gaya wo sab. That was power of money. Now it is about the vibration of the house. That's the power of the mind. Power of money, achievement. Power of the mind, success. So when even one person starts changing the way they think, even if one member in the family starts meditating for 5 minutes at home, 10 minutes at home, the air of the house starts changing. And the vibration will shift. And those at home whom you feel need that strength, they will just be absorbing your vibration without even knowing what they're doing. And they will shift. They will suddenly find solutions to their problems. They will suddenly find their mind getting calmer, because one. So become that little agarbatti of your house. One agarbatti in one corner of the house is changing the fragrance of the entire place. One powerhouse. Please remember, the coming time is not going to be easy at all. Many, many things have yet to happen in the next few years. And any karmic account will suddenly come in front of any member of the family. We need one person in every house who will be emotionally stable, powerful, hold everyone together with that right energy, and then face what comes in life. एक चाहिए, एक एक शक्ति स्तंभ अपने घर का चाहिए. So who is ready to become that powerhouse of the family? That you have to decide. But you need one. But if everyone shakes, जरा एक मिनट दोनों हाथ ऐसे रखना. Just do this. Put one family member on your left hand side and put yourself on the right hand. Put a child, grandchild, anybody on your left side. If they go through a crisis or any issue, a rejection, a failure, a disease, anything, what happens to them vibrationally? They go a little this. Now you are on the right side, you are fine, no problem in your life. But just seeing them go like this does what to you? Where do you go then? The normal. Where do we go? Normal. Where do we go? Here. And when we go here, what's the vibration we're radiating to them? Where will they go? Here. And this is what we do to each other. We go like this. This is family. No. What is family? If they go here, where do I need to be? Karo, karo. Kitna up, kitna up, kitna. But how will I be able to do it at that moment? I have to do it daily. I have to do it daily. That's when you become the powerhouse. If one shifts here and you are here, you're radiating that power to empower that other family member. And then they will be able to manage the crisis of their life, but they need the power to be able to do it. So this is priority. This is priority of the seed, the sankalp. And this should be the change. So let's make this year not just celebration. Otherwise, you know, within a few months, the year is also over. But it needs to be a year of transformation. And transformation only means prioritize self, prioritize health of the mind, prioritize health of the mind of your people working for you. There is no bigger karma punya than this. We're doing a lot at work and then we go and do charity outside. It's not going to create the balance. This karma is this karma and that karma is that karma. Corporate social responsibility should be sending happy people home every evening and allowing them to be with their family till they come back next morning. Let's put that on CSR. There's no other way to bring strong children to your office after 5 years or 10 years. There's just no other. We are meeting children of school. They talk about depression as if it's the most normal thing now. They don't use the word I'm stressed. They say I am depressed, not as an illness, as an emotion. So let's wake up to that. Let's wake up to family. Stop saying हमारे office की वजह से ये सब होता है. Office. Let them give blessings to their workplace. Let them give blessings to their workplace. Let them give blessings to the leader. If you want blessings from everybody, you don't need anything more in life. दुआएं. How many believe दुआएं असंभव को संभव करती है? You know what does wealth do and what does blessings do? धन, wealth. संभव को संभव करता है. What is possible? Wealth can do that. Blessings, what is impossible, it can do that. So on wealth, it's very important, but with blessings. With blessings. Then we get not just wealth, but we get blessings which bring happiness and health into our family and then harmony. Let's take a minute of silence again. Again, bring your attention to the center of the forehead. Either being a pure divine being, Seva is my personality. I am a giver. Just see yourself with the white light energy circle behind your head, the divine aura. I am a giver. And a giver means I energize people. I empower them. I strengthen them. I prioritize them. I care for them. I need nothing. I only radiate and give and give and give. This is my sanskar. And just take 30 seconds in silence to decide what shift you're going to create today. The decision has to be now. It's not to be shared with anybody. How to do it can be a journey, but the decision to do it is just one thought. One thought, a decision for myself, and one thought, a decision for my people. That decision which will change destinies. That decision will change the next generation. This decision is my karma responsibility. It's not a favor to anybody. It's my karma. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Thank you, sister, for truly an amazing session. I think the transformation has already begun. Because if I talk of myself, I think I can feel the change inside my heart, and the heart is filled with what I can describe is a combination of peace, happiness, and joy. Of course, we have to follow your teachings every day. We need to practice because as it happens, we start, but somewhere in few days we again uh, go back, or maybe not exactly able to follow those things. But I think that that prana we have to take, that will uh, follow. And I think uh, if you allow, we can take some questions. Thank you. Mrs. Juneja, would you like to kick off? And then we can also open to the audience.
Namaskar, everyone, and good afternoon. That was truly a very insightful session, Sister Shivani ji. I'm sure our members are inspired by your talk today. I have a question which I'd like to ask. Uh, how do you stop negative thoughts from coming into your mind? That is one problem. I mean, a lot of us face.
Content is equal to thoughts.
Yes.
Just have that, put it as your wallpaper. Content is equal to thoughts. Thoughts is equal to sanskar. Sanskar will create destiny. Content is equal to destiny. Change content, thoughts will change. You know, when we started this awakening program, it was in 2007. There was no social media that time. It was just a 25 minutes TV program. And we thought, I mean, there was no planning in that program anyway. So we thought, okay, people will watch, then people would want to learn meditation, then they will come to the center, they will learn, they will transform. By 2009, when I started going out and I got a chance to meet people, and suddenly I was meeting people who were saying, हमारा divorce होने वाला था, we are back. हमारा ये होने वाला था, we are back. I met a few people who were contemplating suicide and they were back. And I was like, and everyone I asked, आप center आए? आपने meditation सीखा? And they said like, no. I said, नहीं, फिर कैसे हो सकता है? Because that was my belief कि उसके बिना नहीं हो सकता है. But I met so many, and of course, now it's been so many 15 years. I met so many people. And that's where I've understood the power of media, that 25 minutes of a media, which was just telling you how to think, but they were watching it on a daily basis. They were not doing anything else with it. They were just consuming 25 minutes of content. And 25 minutes of content healed minds, 25 minute of content healed relationships, 25 minute of content changed a person's mind who was contemplating suicide. So I am very, very certain about this, just with my own experience, that hours and hours of opposite content can create divorce, can create depression, and can take people to wanting to not live. I'm very certain of this, because if 25 minutes could do that, then hours and hours of that can oppositely, obviously create the opposite. So just change your content and you will start seeing your mind change.
Thank you. Thank you, Sister Shivani. Also, as Sister Shivani has mentioned, which we all resonate with, that is prioritizing yourself, then your family and your work, which is a very important aspect which we need to look into. Can we have some questions from the audience, please? Yes. Can we give you a mic?
We have the mics there, please.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you for this wonderful session. It's a lifetime opportunity to listen you alive. I have a son who is 2 years old, and I want to know that what can I do right from now so that I can make him an emotionally strong and independent person?
First of all, keep him away from screens.
For sure.
Till what age?
Ever. Like at
ever.
least till he's in my control, I would like him to be away from the screen.
Yeah, it's not about controlling. If you keep helping them to understand as they're growing up, and the easiest way will be by being away from screens yourself.
That's what I'm trying to do, and
There's
I've
no
already
other way.
started, ma'am.
Yeah,
I don't
there's no
use
other way.
phone so that he doesn't use phone.
Second thing, in your house, no meals with screen. It should be a rule, everybody. No meals with screen ever. Jaisa an, vaisa man is not a statement, is a reality. So we now are having our morning breakfast in a hurried mode. We are having our lunches at workplace. And then our dinners are either socializing or they are family sitting together discussing all the problems of the day with TV on, phones ringing. It's a perfect combination to create a negative overthinking mind. So if we just go back to breakfast in silence at home, lunch at work, but alone. Lunch alone. 10 minutes alone. No phone, no work conversation, no problem discussion. 10 minutes will change the way you're going to think for the rest of the day. But if you're eating with everybody talking about everything that's happening, then it's after that better not to eat that food. And at night, dinner, no TV. And second, no discussing any problem around the dining table, which means no lower vibrational word around food. Just take care of how you eat your food, and even that will change the mind. And it's 4 words: dhan, an, man, tan, jan. 5 words actually. So wealth, dhan, food, an, man, mind, tan, body, jan, relationships. And that's why we said the vibration of the money is very important. With what vibration the wealth is coming into the house, how you're consuming your food. So your child should never use a screen while eating, even when he's 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever age. You won't be able to stop him from screens for the rest of his life. But not eating with screens is something that can be done rest of our life. So that should be a culture at home. हम खाना खाने के टाइम टीवी फोन बंद रखते हैं can be a culture in the house, so that baby is going to learn from now. Then it doesn't matter if all his friends are eating with screen. You teach him this is the culture of our house. So we just need to go back to our maryadas, our principles. And if we live with it, they will grow up in that vibration. And second, you start meditating, teach him meditation from this age. It's easiest to do it at that age. Just a few, 2-3 minutes to begin with. Just sitting in silence, just creating, I'm a peaceful being, I'm powerful, I'm happy. 3 lines. Things will change. And then you can teach him to say those 3 lines just before having his food. Choti choti cheez hai. Nothing much. We don't have to do anything to create a strong mind. We just have to stop doing the things which are creating a weak mind. Strong to hum already hai. We don't have to create a strong mind actually. We just have to stop the depleters which are weakening the mind.
So no screen time, a 10-minute lunch break, and no discussions around dinner.
No problem discussion.
No problem discussions.
And one more thing, socializing.
Socializing also
Parties.
has to
No,
be.
there's nothing wrong in socializing parties. But eating food where there are hundreds of people with all kinds of conversation in that room is the opposite energy of prasad. It is completely the opposite end of the spectrum of prasad. So best option would be have your dinner. वैसे भी early dinner करना चाहिए. have your dinner, go for the function, meet people.
Yes.
The anna ka man par asar needs to be taken care of, because that's another very powerful part from where a lot of things are happening.
Yes, yes.
And as far as possible, only home cooked food. Only home cooked food, strictly home cooked food. Not just for the health of the body, for the health of the mind. I'm sorry, I'm saying this in a hotel. But it's a fact. You don't know who's cooking for you. You don't know what's their state of mind. It's always cooked in a very hurried manner. Why are we always hurrying? Because we're eating food which is cooked always in a hurried manner. In the kitchen, you go over here and see, they'll be saying, Jaldi karo, 100 logo ka khana dena hai, jaldi karo. They keep saying Jaldi karo in kitchen, we keep saying Jaldi karo in life. It's coming from there only. Otherwise, kis baat ki jaldi hai? Everything is happening at its right time. So, home cooked food, cooked by a family member, those were those little things which we used to do 30, 40 years back. And even if you're not cooking, just go and stand in your rasoi for 5 minutes after the food is ready. Just be there, say your prayer, say your affirmations, say that energy into the food, and have high energy words playing in the kitchen throughout the day. Throughout the day, like a temple. Anything that your family likes, mantra, prarthana, bhajan, whatever, have them playing in the kitchen throughout 24 hours so that your water, your grain, your fruit, your everything is energized. And then cook in that manner and then eat with 5-second pause saying those sankalp. And more than half the work is done through the food. Food has a lot of power to influence the mind. So food is one of the things which has changed also in these 30 years. So both the diet has changed, physical diet also and emotional diet also. That is why the man and tan is getting affected.
Can we have the next question?
Om Shanti.
Yes, please. Yes. Right.
They are. Like I shared, how you're going to do it, you can think later, depending on everyone's work format will be different, but we have to do it, should be the decision. Regarding the disconnect, regarding the meditation, meditation does not mean to become thoughtless. We can never be thoughtless. Even in our deep sleep, we will have at least one thought and it will hold on for a very long time. Mind is never thoughtless. So, what would be a good thing would be to, you can come and learn how to meditate. Meditation is not something we know how to do on our own. So, we learn it, and after we learn it, then we can do it at home. Kabhi bhi. But just take out those 2-3 days, half an hour, and just come and learn it from the sisters, and then you will be able to do it on your own. But it's definitely not to become thoughtless.
Can I take the question?
Yes. Yeah.
Om Shanti, sister. Sister, I'm Shraddha Agarwal. We met earlier, but this is not a question really. This is an expression of deep, deep gratitude towards you. So since 2010, that is 15 years, somebody had just told me, ki, why don't you, my life was majorly redirected in 2010. And somebody told me, ki, why don't you listen to Sister Shivani? I said, who is Sister Shivani? And from that day till now, 10:10 p.m. every single day, there's not an episode I would like to miss. That's why most people won't see me at the parties, because 10:10 is my date with you. And thank you so, so, so much for being there throughout my journey. And it has helped me tremendously with all my relationships. Even my daughter, she's 17 years old now, and she's going to college. I'm very rest assured, I'm peaceful in my head that she knows the concept of karma so clearly, and she understands life so well that I'm not worried that around her other children might be doing things which parents are really worried about nowadays. But I know very well that she, at any point, will take the right decision. Thank you so much.
Certain. That is parenting.
One more
So
question.
if a
Yes.
parent prioritizes taking care of the self, it happens automatically for the child. There's nothing much to do for you. Got your answer from a parent. There's nothing much to do for the child. The content you consume is influencing them. The food you eat is influencing them. The way you live your life is influencing them. You think right, eat right, and live right. They will automatically live that way because they don't know any other way. They don't know any other way. And most important sanskar needed is don't be a victim of peer pressure. Tomorrow they will not be a victim of peer pressure if you are not a victim of peer pressure. If they will see you standing for something right, even if you're the only one in your social circle, tomorrow they will have the power to stand for the right, even if they are the only one in that friend circle. So that's a gift we need to give to our children.
Sister,
Yes.
Om Shanti. Sister, I'm Rajendra Raja. For the last 30 years, I've been trying to meditate, being in public life. And but unfortunately, I'm unable to concentrate myself whenever, whatever time I sit for concentration, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock. But anyway, I've got your answer from the gentleman. You have said it that by attend our classes or something like that. I'll try.
The other benefit of going to the center is one, we get to learn. Second is we get to be in a place where a lot of people have been meditating. So the vibration of that place itself makes it easy to begin with. And once we've learned, then we can do it in the vibration of our house. See the vibration of our house. Just take 30 seconds, close your eyes, go home. Just go home. Now just feel, what is the air in my house? What are normally the words that are spoken in this house? What is the content that is consumed in this house? How are our reactions with each other when things happen? How are the relationships in my house? Just sense, you should take a pause once in a while and just check what is the vibration of my house and what can I create a change in myself to shift the air of this house. So that house energy, has all our so-called normal emotions over there. So we are going against the tide. We are sitting in a house which is saying stress is normal, anger is normal, fear is normal, and we are saying I'm a peaceful being. So it's like going against the tide. That's why it becomes difficult. Now you come to the center for some time, and there the energy is in the direction in which you want to go. So going in that direction will become very easy. And when you learn that over there, then doing it in your house will become easy. But doing it against the tide is a little tough to begin with when I have not done it ever in my life.
Good thing, sister. One more thing I just want to tell you. As you said it, this is in reply to what you said it. Being 75-year-old, I tried this thing with Mata Nirmala Devi. उनके सेंटर में जाने से बोलते हैं कुंडलिनी जागरण. And sister, somehow I don't know, I continued for a month or so. सब बोलते हैं कुंडलिनी जागरण. हम भी बोलने लगे कुंडलिनी जागरण नहीं तो बोलेंगे ये क्या आदमी है. But unfortunately nothing could happen. But this time they for me.
I will not be able to say about anything because I don't know what it is. I have not experienced that. We are only working here.
I'll try. Yes.
Only here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sisters,
One question.
Om Shanti sisters. First of all, I have my huge gratitude to you. This is my dream to see you live. So today my dream come true. And I watch each and every video of yours with my husband. Whenever we are on car, we just put it on and we are listening. And I have two questions. Before that, I want to share one of my experience that I gathered from your video. 10 days back, we have Sikkim trip. I am a rider. I ride 350cc Royal Enfield. And for that, we have journey around 420 kilometers at Raiganj, from Kolkata to Raiganj. So it was on the morning around 5 o'clock when I get to start my journey, my left hand start paining. So what I do, I put a crepe bandage and whole road, I meditate myself when I run my bike around speed of 90, 100 on the highway. I meditate, I am the powerful being and my hand is perfectly all right. And after reaching 450 kilometers almost at Raiganj hotel, what I find that my pain is there, still there, but it is almost 50% to 60% come ho gaye pain. So it was magic. I can feel myself, and now thank you for that. And
You know
now my,
something, this is not magic. It is only called using the power of the mind.
but I learned it from your video only.
And whenever anyone in the world will use the power of the mind, the world will call it a miracle. But it's not a miracle, it's just called using the power of the mind. So we can create miracles every day in our life. Every day.
I learned it from your video only because I am belonging from a very mediocre Bengali family where riding they didn't think I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own business and everything from at present I'm very happy in my life. But I have two questions. First question is my daughter's age is 13 years and she is being a teenager, and all we know due to social media, mobile, internet, they know all these things they should know around 20 years or at the age of 20 years or 22 years, and that affects their mind. So she is very good, but still sometimes I cannot know that whatever she is doing, I think why she's doing, and whatever she is seeing in social media that shouldn't see that adult content and all this. So after that we take her mobile, but mobile लेना तो solution नहीं हुआ ना. तो ये मुझे जानना है sisters. और second thing I want to know that I have my own business, I have my own passion, everything. My family is very fantastic family I have, but still sometimes at the night time, especially at the night time, I feel very lonely. I am a very good writer. I have my fan follower. I write in Bengali. So everything I have. But still, sometimes I feel very lonely. I don't know why. So that time I think, what is the purpose of life? I don't know. I feel very blank, very depressed. Because in my friend circle, if they are got depressed, I am the only one that I help themselves that you do this way. This is not the speaking with like at the time of um, COVID, I have two friends. Before they are going suicide, they just WhatsApp me that I'm going to suicide. But with the grace of God, they are still alive with us. So I can motivate people. But when I need motivation, I didn't get anyone around me. So I feel very helpless that time.
We don't need anyone else to motivate us. If you can motivate other people, you can motivate yourself better than that, than what you can do to other people. All that you need is with all the gyan and the knowledge, you now also need the Shakti, which will come through meditation. And expose your daughter to the right content along with the other content which she's consuming. You can't probably stop her from what she's doing, but you can add to what she's doing. So if a child is having junk food, just add a little healthy food with that. That will help them to. But if they have only junk food and you don't add the healthy food, that's when it creates a problem. So just add the healthy content along with that and take your journey next step forward. That with all the gyan, now add the meditation to the gyan. And this hollowness feeling will have to, everyone please remember, the vibrations of the planet are not the happiest vibrations, especially post-COVID. Predominant vibration of fear, anxiety, stress in the air. So even if there is absolutely no problem in my life is going all perfect, the air is polluted. So if you come to Delhi city, the air is environmentally polluted. So we can see the effect on us. But what we cannot see the effect is that the air is emotionally polluted, with millions of people creating fear and stress and unhappiness and loneliness. The air is polluted. So we will feel emotions even if there's no problem in our life, just because it's in the air. That's why we need to raise the vibration of the house by raising the energy of the self. Every one person will change the energy of the planet. So it's the power of one now.
One last question there, yes.
Ma'am, gratitude is what I experience being in your presence. My question is, Mrs. Juneja spoke about negative thoughts. Now, typically, if you keep on nurturing a negative thought, on a repetitive basis, time and again, it is supposed to manifest. And then obviously you don't want that to happen. So, in a way, you immediately try to replace that negative thought with a positive thought so that it squares off. So it can get very chaotic in the mind, negative thought coming in, without you wanting it to come in. On its own, it comes in. And then consciously, you replace that with a positive thought to square off the negative consequences, let's say. So what are you ideally supposed to do when a negative thought comes to your mind? I mean, if you keep on replacing that with a positive mind, it can be, bad, good, and that it can just get very chaotic in the mind.
No, it doesn't. It actually gets very sorted. Let's say, for example, I say, why is she doing like this? She shouldn't have done like this. This is not how. This can get very cluttered, right? But then if I suddenly just create one thought, she had a reason, it was her perspective, I accept her the way she is. All my clutter will disappear in the next few minutes. So replace. You have to replace the thought. And even if you can't do it here, write it out.
Right, ma'am. Ma'am, just one more quick
Right.
question, if you don't mind. Let's say one has a child who's very susceptible to cold and cough. Now, you want to word out your prayer correctly. So, if if I word it out in this way, that my child is protected from cold and cough.
No.
Now, that is negative words. Those are negative words.
You will not use the word cold and cough in
Right.
this.
So, what are you supposed to pray? How you-
Perfect is body is perfect and healthy.
that would take care of a specific area that you want to focus
Your
on.
nose and throat is perfect.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
So we don't say no stress, na? Similarly, we don't say no cough and cold.
We don't want the session to end, but I'm sorry. Good afternoon. Today has been an enriching and deeply enriching experience. It has been extraordinary, one that will stay with us long after we leave the room. As we conclude this insightful session, it is my privilege to extend our heartfelt gratitude to BK Sister Shivani for sharing her profound wisdom with us. Her words have been both inspiring and transformative, reminding us of the delicate balance between ambition and well-being, success and contentment, leadership and spiritual consciousness. In today's fast-paced world, where stress and burnout have become all too common, Sister Shivani, your guidance has given us invaluable tools to navigate life with greater clarity, resilience, and purpose. Your presence here, as we commemorate 100 years of the Indian Chamber of Commerce, makes this milestone even more meaningful. Beyond today's discussion, your contribution through your books, television programs, and global outreach continues to touch lives, making spirituality accessible to people from all walks of life. You have reinforced the importance of mindfulness and emotional intelligence, even in the corporate world, where decisions are often shaped by external pressures rather than inner clarity. On behalf of the Indian Chamber of Commerce and the Ladies Study Group, I extend my deepest gratitude to Sister Shivani and to each one of you for being part of this meaningful gathering. May we carry forward these lessons, leading with mindfulness, strength, and compassion in all that we do. Thank you. Thank you, Sister Shivani. Thank you.
So before we close, I think uh, a small token from our side. May I request Mrs. Goenka, the chair of LSG Advisory, to please join us on the stage and present a small token of gratitude on behalf of ICC and LSG. May I also request everybody to please rise and carry this word of thanks with a huge round of applause for Sister Shivani for an amazing session. Thank you so much. Sister Ashmita, we are also thankful to you. We are really grateful for making this happen and this amazing session. Thank you so much. Yeah, the governing body members, if you like to come on the stage and take a photograph, just request sister also. Shivani,